Bread, one of the world's most ancient and beloved foods. From fluffy white loaves to hearty whole grain varieties, bread has been a staple in human diets for thousands of years. But what are the real benefits of bread? How much should we eat? And what should we watch for when it comes to choosing the right kind of bread? Welcome to OHB. Let's find out everything about our beloved bread right now. First, let's look at the benefits of bread. Particularly whole grain bread is an excellent source of carbohydrates, which are your body's main source of energy. Eating bread can help fuel your body and brain for daily activities. It also contains essential nutrients like fiber, B vitamins, iron, and magnesium, which contribute to overall health. One of the standout nutrients in whole grain bread is fiber. Fiber is essential for digestive health, helping to regulate bowel movements and keep your digestive system functioning smoothly. It also plays a role in controlling blood sugar levels by slowing down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This makes whole grain bread a better option compared to refined white bread, which can cause spikes in blood sugar. Fiber also keeps you feeling fuller for longer, helping with appetite control and weight management. Whole grain bread has other health benefits as well. The B vitamins found in bread are vital for converting food into energy, supporting brain function, and maintaining healthy skin and muscles. Iron is crucial for oxygen transport in the blood, and magnesium supports muscle function, heart health, and even helps with mood regulation. However, like with any food, moderation is key. While bread has its benefits, eating too much of it can have negative effects, especially if it's highly processed or made from refined flour. Refined white bread, in particular, has been stripped of many of its nutrients and contains fewer vitamins, minerals, and fiber than whole grain varieties. This type of bread can cause blood sugar spikes, lead to weight gain, and increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes if eaten in excess. So, how much bread should you actually be eating? While there's no one-size-fits-all answer, most nutrition experts recommend 2 to 4 slices of bread per day, depending on your individual calorie needs, activity level, and overall diet. If you're physically active, you may be able to eat more, while someone on a weight loss plan might need to limit their intake. It's all about balance and making sure your overall diet is rich in a variety of nutrients from different food sources. When it comes to choosing the right bread, whole grain and multigrain breads are usually the best options. Whole grain bread is made from flour that contains all parts of the grain, the bran, germ, and endosperm. This means it retains more fiber and nutrients than refined white bread. Multigrain bread is made from a mix of different grains, which can provide a broader range of nutrients, but it's important to check the label to make sure it's not just white bread with a sprinkling of seeds or grains on top. It's also essential to read ingredient labels carefully when buying bread from the store. Many commercially produced breads contain added sugars, preservatives, or unhealthy fats. Look for breads with minimal ingredients, ideally just whole grains, water, yeast, and salt. Avoid breads with high amounts of sugar or unfamiliar chemical additives. The shorter and more natural the ingredient list, the better. If you're concerned about the quality of store-bought bread, consider baking your own. Homemade bread allows you to control exactly what goes into your loaf. You can choose high-quality ingredients, avoid unnecessary additives, and even experiment with different flours and grains. Plus, nothing beats the taste and aroma of fresh, homemade bread straight from the oven. For those who are trying to manage their carbohydrate intake or lose weight, it might be tempting to cut bread out of the diet entirely. However, completely eliminating bread or other carbs isn't necessary for most people. Instead, focus on portion control and choosing the right types of bread. Whole grain varieties provide slow-releasing energy that can keep you feeling satisfied for longer, so you're less likely to overeat. Pair your bread with healthy toppings like avocado, lean protein, or vegetables to create a balanced meal that provides a mix of carbs, protein, and healthy fats. Another factor to consider is gluten. Gluten is a protein found in wheat and other grains, and while most people can tolerate gluten just fine, some individuals have gluten intolerance or celiac disease, which means they need to avoid bread and other gluten-containing foods. For those with gluten sensitivities, There are plenty of gluten-free bread options available made from alternative flours like rice flour, almond flour, or quinoa flour. These gluten-free varieties still provide carbohydrates and some essential nutrients, though they may not contain as much fiber as whole-grain wheat bread. In recent years, low-carb diets have become popular, with many people cutting out or reducing their bread intake to lose weight. While these diets can be effective for some, it's important to remember that carbohydrates are the body's preferred source of energy. Rather than eliminating bread entirely, focus on eating it in moderation and choosing nutrient-dense options like whole-grain bread. Bread can absolutely be part of a healthy, balanced diet when enjoyed mindfully. So, what should you watch out for when incorporating bread into your diet? First, pay attention to the type of bread you're eating. Whole grain and multigrain breads are typically the healthiest options. Second, keep an eye on portion sizes. While bread can be nutritious, it's still a source of calories, so be mindful of how much you're consuming, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Lastly, be aware of added sugars and preservatives in store-bought bread. Choose breads with simple, natural ingredients whenever possible. In conclusion, bread is a versatile, delicious, and nutritious food that can be part of a healthy diet when eaten in moderation. Opt for whole grain varieties for the most health benefits, pay attention to portion sizes, and avoid highly processed bread with unnecessary additives. Whether you're enjoying a slice of toast in the morning, a sandwich for lunch, or a piece of crusty bread with dinner, bread can be a satisfying and nourishing addition to your meals. Remember, it's all about balance. Bread isn't the enemy. Just make sure to choose wisely and enjoy it as part of a well-rounded, nutrient-rich diet.